Well, we're back to have a little discussion on hated boxers.
Yep.
And why they're hated.
And should they be hated?
Yeah.
Right, we've got 3 names here that we're going to point out specifically, and we'll start off with Andre Ward.
Well,
right.
It amazes me how he's so hated, really. I can understand, not hatred, I can understand frustration with him being out of the ring and
as
active and all that, as a fan, but hatred is madness, especially as it seems most people that dislike him is Americans. Yeah. Which for me makes no sense.
Makes no sense.
Us
being British boxing fans, if we had an Andre Ward in this country, if we had a person like Andre Ward fighting, if he was British, the British boxing fans would love him. Maybe not for the inactivity, but we'd still be behind him. We wouldn't just like.
That he's one of my favourites.
But is it only coming? Like, this is the main thing. Is it only coming from the white boxing fans?
Nah.
Is it coming from the? Is it a racist?
I've been on numerous like black people's channels and they just ain't really. I don't know. I hear them going in on him quite a bit.
Yeah,
I can understand the frustration, but it seems like he's got a lot of hatred as well, just like Triple G has, just like Mayweather has. Yeah. These boxers carry this hatred for not many reasons. Well, Mayweather's different, but
yeah. So he's hated, you'd say, just more for the inactivity side of things instead of what I see it as probably more of a racist side of things.
If you watch Andre Ward out of the ring, he conducts himself well. You watch interviews with him, you can't dislike the geezer. He's a sound person.
He is, like we said about that Sway in the Morning interview.
Yeah, Sway in the Morning interview, that changed my opinion on him instantly.
Yeah, because you've got to get to know someone. It's weird because most, as a boxing fan, you think to yourself, right, if I like him in the ring, he does what I like, then you like him. But Andre Ward, he's never been the most exciting.
Tell you one thing I am sick of hearing about is Little G's ducking Andre Ward, all this crap. I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
Like you're that desperate. You're trying to get a man who's a middleweight to come up and fight someone at what's he fighting at light heavyweight?
Yeah, but it was called out at 168.
No, I know, but it's like there's so many names up in them, like Kovalev and that. Just concentrate on them names.
But I've seen an interesting
If anything,
point.
for me, I look at Golovkin. I think if anything, it'd be going down to fight like a welterweight at a catchweight, not going up to fight.
He's not a big middleweight at all. Not a big middleweight.
He's not.
But the argument I see people say is,
if you're really his biggest fight, is it?
I see people say
to talk about.
If you're such a big fan of Golovkin, surely you want to see him in the big fights. And
don't get me wrong, I'd love to see that fight, but I mean, it's just desperation. People always saying he's ducking him. That.
But should we be pushing for him? Do we think we're fair to say we're pretty diehard Golovkin fans, even though we know he hasn't proved that much in the ring, but we know it's there. But should we be pushing for him to compete in them sort of fights where he's not going to be, maybe not even be the favourite in the fight? Is that something we should be pushing for, or should we just let?
See, I think the fight we need to see is, it looks like it's going to happen anyway. Is Ward Kovalev. That's the big fight I want to see. Yeah, and I've said from day one, I fancy Ward to beat him. I think he's just too good. I don't think people realise how talented Andre Ward is, man. The inactivity, just like Amir Khan, 2 really, really talented boxers, but they're just so inactive. I don't know if it's promoter issues. Well, with Khan, for me, it's more like chasing big fight issues. But with Ward, it is. I think
he
can't sell out arenas. Yeah. People don't like him for some reason. Promoter issue.
It's the
contract issues, whatever it is. But it's just it needs to all be addressed. And
it's the fact that knowing if you're a big star in boxing right now to fight against Andre Ward, you have to accept that you're not going to get paid as much as you would. Well, you're going to get paid probably the same as you would for fighting someone a lot less skilled than Andre Ward.
How can someone in America like Andre Ward not sell out arenas when he's in their top 2 best boxers?
I don't understand it.
I don't understand it. He's a really, really good fighter.
And it's probably because he's too much of a nice guy outside the ring.
Yeah, that's it. You don't trash talk, you don't turn up press conferences in your face, fighting fucking like Mayweather. He's complete opposite to Mayweather.
Yeah, he is.
He doesn't do all that. He don't sell fights. And exact same with Deontay Wilder. He don't even sell out arenas. He struggles himself over there. And they're two. You've got a world champion and one who is basically a world champion who's just vacated his super, was super champion.
So again, though, does it come down to racism? Because you can't say that Deontay Wilder fights are boring to watch.
No, they're not.
Because what is it? What is it that people don't want to tune in to watch him?
I don't know. It's just weird. Because people can say, "Oh, right, it's racism, whatever." But people backed Mike Tyson when he was world champion. Evander Holyfield. These people were loved in America in the 90s and that.
Yeah, and they all had a bit of controversy.
So you can't really. I don't know. I don't really know if you class it as racism, but
yeah, that's it. Well, racism's been in boxing since the start.
That's just ever since the start. And you get it everywhere. Like I can sit here now listening to YouTube channels, and some of the channels I've been on, I've had to unsubscribe from them because of how racist they are towards Golovkin, just because he's not fighting the names they think he's. Like, give the guy a break. He's blasting out every single person who gets in front of him, and you're telling me he's scared of anyone. If you think Golovkin's scared of anyone in boxing right now, you're deluded, mate. Because I'm telling you now, he'll get in the ring with Klitschko, mate. That's how much he don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He'd fight anyone. He's coming for all the belts, and when he says that, he means it.
I think a lot of these people on YouTube, like the YouTube channels specifically, don't follow Golovkin's Twitter page.
Yeah, they don't.
Because if you follow his Twitter page, you'd understand.
I'm not even...
He's not scared.
The thing that bugs me is like the most people that do hate on him is the black YouTube channels.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know if it's a jealousy thing because he's still in the limelight in America from these boxers. Maybe it's that.
Black people have been at the top of boxing for years. I mean, well, actually, probably since...
And it really annoys me. Like, there's one who Box Talk. They're the only channel I think that doesn't base everything with Golovkin and Ward on race. They're the only channel that just keeps it neutral.
There's a couple channels out there that keep it neutral.
Well, yeah, there's a couple, but the other ones
for some reason, the only popular channels on YouTube seem to be the pro-black channels. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and slag them off because I watch channels, I enjoy it.
I agree with a lot of stuff they say, but then when it comes to things about Golovkin, they do talk a lot of nonsense.
Yeah, it's tongue-in-cheek. Some of it's tongue-in-cheek, and some of it's you just feel like. You can tell they're riled up by, and they say, "Oh, everyone hates black boxers. Everyone hates this." But it's a couple of YouTube commenters, and we all know the trolls.
Like,
there's a few individual trolls that I see.
For me,
and they say that's all the boxing fans.
It doesn't bother me, white or black. If you're a good Andre, I love Andre. It's one of my favourite ever boxers, Lennox Lewis.
Yeah,
I don't care what colour you are.
And we're both white.
If you're a great boxer, you're a great boxer. Just whatever, I don't care. I don't care if you're yellow, black, green, pink, whatever.
I'm just excited about watching a Terence Crawford fight as I am watching an Alexander Usyk fight, which is like two white and a black prospect.
Channels and you'll hear like, I ain't watching that crackers fight or something like that. It's like, come on. White, like, you just can't be like
and then they call him trash even though they haven't watched him fight.
I heard someone slagging off Billy Joe Saunders a while back and they didn't even watch the fight. So how can you sit there criticising the man when you didn't even watch any of his fights?
I reckon a lot of these Americans don't understand that. Billy Joe, we got to talk let's talk
about Billy Joe. I'll tell you now about Billy Joe. I'm telling you now. Anyone in that middleweight division steps to Golovkin and takes him 12 rounds, it's going to be him. And you can hold me to that. And I'll guarantee you he'll go 12 rounds with Golovkin. Might lose convincingly, but he will definitely go 12 rounds.
Yeah, but is that an achievement though?
Whoa, look at the way he's blasting everyone out. Right now, it is an achievement.
Yeah,
because for me, I don't care what people say about Golovkin. He ain't overrated. He is a genuine great boxer. Look at his amateur record. Boxers like that, they aren't crap.
But his best win is as an amateur though. He hasn't. Still, you have to. You kind of have to do something.
I don't think it's Golovkin's fault though for the fight issues. I think a lot of boxers are running scared of him.
Is he the most avoiding person in boxing? Like,
he ain't scared of Canelo. Canelo said the other day, instantly went on Twitter and said, "What's the hold up? Let's have the fight now then." He don't care. He wants that fight. He wants all them belts, and then he'll be up super middleweight. Let's have them all again. Yeah. He don't care, or down to middleweight, welterweight, whatever he wants to do. He's going to clean up a lot of divisions, and I'm telling you now, the only way Golovkin loses the fight is when he gets flash KO'd, because that's the only way he's getting stopped.
Yeah. For someone to stay undefeated as an aggressive fighter, like there's a couple that have done it. Like we've had Rocky Marciano, who was a walk forward fighter. He had underrated defensive skills because he had great defensive skills.
Yeah, I've heard people talk trash about him, and it's just jealousy because he retired undefeated.
That's another video. That's another video because I could sit here and do a whole video telling you why Rocky Marciano is definitely a top 20 best fighter of all time. Yeah, breaking down fights that
I don't see anyone of his size get in that ring in any other era right now. And
he's the hardest man that has ever been in the ring. He really is. And another fighter that went undefeated as a aggressive walking forward fighter was Joe Kawasaki.
Yeah. Kawasaki was one of the most exciting fighters. Yeah. He's one of the reasons I love boxing. Yeah. I grew up as a kid, teenager, watching him on ITV fighting Lacey's and Eubanks and all that. All them fights like late 90s, early 2000s and that. Yeah. He's one of the reasons I love boxing.
Yeah, he's a brilliant fighter. So you haven't got to have it. Right, so let's get onto the Floyd Mayweather thing because this is the point I was getting to. Floyd Mayweather seems to get hated on, and people. I think it's two things. I think there's two sides to it. I think there's a racism side to it, and I think there is. Yeah, definitely. People don't like to see a young black man with a rash personality. But on the other side of things, people they hide away from the racism by saying, "Oh no, I don't like his fight. I don't like the way he fights." And you got to hold your hand up.
I will sit here and I'll be deadly serious. Yeah, you know me. I'll give him credit for
the wins,
his achievements, his wins, everything. I'm not a big fan of the style, but he does exactly what he needs to do to win. And I wanted Pacquiao to beat him. I wanted him to win. I didn't think he was going to win. Yeah. There's a big difference.
Yeah. We won't go around trolling on comments.
Yeah, but it won't because I'm racist or anything. It's just I'm a fan of Pacquiao's style.
Yeah, Pacquiao's just got, and also the fact that the
thing is, as soon as he got to round 8, 9, I was like, I can't say nothing. I'll hold my hands up. Mayweather easy deserves.
Carl Froch,
and I knew he'd won the fight.
Carl Froch took the words out of my mouth from that fight. I think it got to round 4 or 5, and then Carl Froch had done a little special talk between the rounds, which he normally does. and he said he was absolutely flabbergasted. Yeah. He said he was flabbergasted. He said he was took back by the skills.
I wouldn't say I was flabbergasted by it because
we expect it because we expect
Mayweather you always expect. You know, he just makes sure he clinches, he gets out, he does all that shit.
But that's only of recent years, though. I mean, he wasn't always that.
Before what? Ortiz, was it Ortiz? Pre-Ortiz, whatever. He needed to get some nice knockouts.
No, around the Ricky Hatton time.
But then again, people can slate Mayweather and that, but then Pacquiao hasn't had a knockout in about 6 years either, has he?
Yeah.
Is it 5-6 years since? Who's the last person he knocked out?
And would you? Who's had a tougher run since, say, the Hatton years, say 2008, 2009, when they both fought Hatton? Who has had a harder run?
I'm not going to lie. I think since Mayweather fought Ricky Hatton, he's pretty much cherry-picked every single opponent. I do think that. I think he fought Pacquiao 4 or 5 years later than he should have because it suited him at the time. That's the thing that's always bugged me about Mayweather. He likes to fight when it suits him. Like his opponent, he always, I don't know. I just think he sizes it up. It's like he just knows when he can get the win. It's just
it's a lot of politics.
He's intelligent. He's intelligent, Mayweather. He knows.
But
does it? But I've always had this argument where I believe Mayweather would not have made this much money if he had a loss on his record.
What, the Castillo loss?
No, I'm just saying. I do believe if Mayweather was beaten in his career, knocked out or whatever. Yeah. I do believe there's a bit of racist from American side where people only pay to watch his fights because they hate him so much they want to see him get knocked out.
And there is
that ain't my opinion. That's not what I want.
Yeah, there is fans as well.
I do believe a lot of Americans that tune in for his pay-per-views and that is one of the reasons why they tuned in because every fight got built up that they could beat Mayweather and they was like, oh, you know what, this geezer could knock him out. And that's it, but it never happened. Mayweather's too smart.
De La Hoya's always wanted to see it, he never will.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He never will see that.
And I do believe if he got knocked out, he would never have made 300 million out of fighting Pacquiao. If he had a one on his loss, like if he had that loss, he wouldn't have made that money.
So staying undefeated means it's quite important. It's important in boxing right now.
Now it is.
It's so important.
When you look at all the best boxers throughout history, none of them are undefeated.
No.
But now it's a major thing. It's like Billy Joe Saunders is staying far away from Golovkin right now because of that O. And no one wants to lose their O because they go straight into the boxing abyss.
But I mean, I can't sit here and say I don't care if someone's got a loss because if I'm rating prospects, say I'm new to seeing a prospect and he say he's got 25 wins with 24 knockouts, but he's beat absolute bums.
He lost to Kell Brook in a really, really close fight. You can't just sit there and say he's a bum as shit now because he lost that one very, very close fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
it comes down to how
in the other video, Garcia against Peterson. Peterson could have won that fight, and that's it. Garcia's got that loss on his record. Then it's boxing's very thin margins to have a lot like we've seen lost Cunningham when he lost to Gaskov. We've seen people get losses and don't even deserve.
And even late last year, we saw who was it got the draw? Jamaican.
What's it? I'm gonna have to put his name. Nicholas
Waters. Now that
must be sick to take.
Yeah, it is. Even though it's only the draw, but still, it has a setback now.
Yeah, it does because people look at your record and they see a draw on there. It might as well just be a loss the way people look at that now.
Yeah,
because any sort of one next to your wins is just everyone sees.
Like I was saying a minute ago, like if I'm rating a prospect now, I'm looking at a prospect. Right, say he's got 25 wins, he's got 24 knockouts, but that doesn't matter who was on that resume so far. I think I'm excited for this guy. I want to watch him. Mm-hmm. But if I'm looking at a prospect, say who's fell off the mark, who was the prospect that fell off the mark? You could say even like an Adam Etches, not Adam Etches in particular, but someone like that who getting built up. He had a bit of promise, got knocked out, and now his stock has fallen completely.
Oh yeah. No, I think he don't even fight out.
I don't
think he's even on Matchroom anymore.
No, he's not. I don't think he is.
He just got dropped in.
And it's like I don't even want to watch him anymore because he took that loss, and you've got to say it like even though
David Price.
Yeah,
he was literally getting touted up to be the best British boxer to come out of here since Lennox Lewis and that, and then all of a sudden, bang, knocked out. No one even cares about him.
Chins get exposed.
People saying he's a plumber. He should go back to doing a day job. Like that's it now.
Yeah,
it just takes one. Well, I know he's obviously had more than one loss, but even after the first loss, that was it. As far as the British public were concerned, he was done.
Yeah, that was it. And the hype around him was real.
Yeah, and now he just got worse and worse.
Was it because he was white as well? I think that added to it a little bit. He was white, he was big, and he was strong. It's just how it is. People like to see white people doing good.
Yeah, I know. But for me, I don't care.
White, black, Chinese. Yeah, no, for me that's the same as me. It's the exact same as me. It's like Andy Joshua. I mean,
Amir Khan. I'm sick of the amount of racism I see towards Amir Khan all the time. So what? You know, I can understand hatred because not even hatred. I can understand people being annoyed because you don't fight often. Oh yeah, he's chasing Mayweather. He's waiting for Pacquiao or whatever. Like yeah,
it's frustrating.
So what? But you don't have to be racist because of it and blatantly racist because of it.
Some people are just racist. Yeah, some people are just racist. And then that's the debate we're having right now. I mean, the main.
You shouldn't judge boxers on race. It's like you shouldn't everyday people in life. You shouldn't. It's just based on
the personality of that person.
Because a lot of people See, a lot of people think Mayweather's hated because he's black, but it's not. It's because of his personality. You know, what was that thing he said before about what did Africans ever do to help me? Things like that. Mm-hmm. That's reasons you get hated, not because you're undefeated and everyone hates you because you're black.
Yeah, well,
people see things like that, and that's why they hate him.
They asked him on a radio interview. They said to him, "Are you planning on giving any of your money to like charities in Africa?" And he replied to that saying, "What has Africa ever done for me?"
Yeah, exactly. You know,
I mean, is that because he's not the full? Is it because he's not the full ticket? I mean, he's not the smartest guy, is he? Let's be honest. He can't read. And is that just something? I mean, was that a spur of the moment thing? Was that
I look at Mayweather and I think I've never known him to have a girlfriend. Like you know, he seems to spend most of his life spending money around strippers. It's like, come on, man, you're getting on now. You should be sorting like your life out a bit. But you know, you don't.
Yep. And I think there's valid reasons to hate Mayweather. I think there is valid reasons, and I think there's reasons why we shouldn't hate him as well. Because what he's done in the sport over the years, I mean, he's put on so many great fights. He's put on so many great fights.
Yeah, definitely.
And I've enjoyed a lot of his fights. I mean, especially when you go back and watch his old fights. I love him. I love the way he can walk forward with his fast hands. I still believe
one of the most sickening things I've ever seen in boxing is Mayweather getting robbed in the Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, me and you've watched that thing where the referee even retired.
Yeah, I think he was
he was white. He went. I
think he was like on the head of the ball.
White from Texas, of all places. Yeah. And he retired because he was that sick of it.
Yeah, he was one of the head of the board on the Olympic judging committee.
He was disgusted by it. He never officiated a fight again.
If you haven't seen that, you should check it out. You had to find it on YouTube. There's a guy. He's just on a farm talking about how he had to quit the committee because I think he was head of the committee
because of what happened to Floyd Mayweather.
And the same happened to Roy Jones Jr. Exact same happened to Roy Jones Jr. Yeah. So it's corrupt at all levels of boxing. And that is saying, so you know these black channels, these pro-black channels, they've got an argument in the case where they've always had it hard. You can go all the way back to the start of boxing, 1880 boxing.
Yeah, obviously
Peter Jackson and
people refuse to fight black fighters and things like that. Yeah, I know.
They've had it hard. They have had it hard.
But then there's no reason to be bitter over things that have happened over 100 years ago and things like that. You know.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, it's a different day and age now. You just get on with it.
People need to move on. But people can't move on when the media... It's the media, man. The media controls it all, doesn't it? Does it? The media... we think to ourselves, sometimes we see someone get robbed in a fight and we think, is it the judges? Are the judges being paid off in this fight? And then you think to yourself, no, it's crazy. They can't be.
Over the last, 2-3 years, I've seen some unbelievable decisions in fights and I just think, I don't know how they can get away with it. Yeah. But they do, because, you know, who cares? Like, as far as they're concerned, they can take shit on Twitter or people's opinions in papers or online YouTube channels, but as far as they're concerned, they don't give a fuck about that. They don't care, do they? They're not interested in everyone's opinions after the fight.
Who, the boxers?
No, like the people that are doing the robbing.
Yeah, that's it. Once you've been
robbed, they care about making money.
There's no repercussions.
That is the most corrupt boxing shit I've ever seen in my life.
Right.
He clearly lost 3-4 fights in that build up to that IBF title fight. I'm surprised, even though he went down injured, I'm surprised he still didn't get a decision. Because that's how corrupt it's been for him.
It's like you could go back to football. You could say about football, you could say a player gets a red card and then they realise it wasn't a red card after the game, after going back to video evidence, and then saying, oh, actually, we're going to take away the red card. Don't get that in boxing.
Blatant, they should instantly make a rematch.
Well, yeah, when the fans are going wild on Twitter saying that robbery,
petitions and things like that,
they should look back.
Mad about it. Yeah, they should. They should be like, oh, look back at this now. Yeah, this is something going on here, because they can't all be corrupt at all parts of these organisations. Surely there's got to be someone there like, come on, that one. Because remember what happened with Khan Lamont Peterson thing. You had the geezer scoring, helping them score.
Yeah, leading over. That was crazy, and it was funny enough. It was actually Amir Khan who actually. Amir Khan himself who actually found the evidence for that, which is quite funny. Cause
what happened with the...
obviously examining it.
With... what's his name? Marquez and Pacquiao. What happened with one of their fights? One of the judges scored it wrong, which cost Pacquiao the win, didn't it?
I think that was was that the second fight? Where is it the first or the second fight? Yeah, where one of the scorecards were actually read out wrong. Was it?
You put it down as a 10-9 rather than a 10-8.
Yeah, no, that was it. It was the 10. It should have been a 10-7 round because there was the
surely when it's that blatant of a mistake and everyone knows, it should just be altered there on the spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, look, if anyone knows,
go with the 10-9 when it clearly wasn't a 10-9.
If anyone watching the video knows exactly the story, so I'd like just post it down in the comment because
I'm not unsure.
I think it was something like there was 2 knockdowns, so it should have been a 10-6 round, but it ended up being a 10-7 round.
No, it was like something.
It was, or it should have been a 3. Was it 3 knockdowns?
Why can't they just alter that on the spot in the ring? You know, everyone there knows what he's accidentally scored that wrong, so it should just be all on the spot. Bang, no problem. Don't officially give that as the score when you know it's completely wrong. It's madness.
Yeah. Judges are corrupt. Well, I hope they're not corrupt.
Yeah.
But when you look over in Germany and Argentina, for me they stand out majorly. For me, I mean,
Germany is the worst.
Yeah, Germany's bad.
And I think Tyson Fury done himself a favour by going on and on about that in the build-up to his fight, because it put so much pressure on them not to try and rob him in this Klitschko fight.
Yeah. I thought the same thing. I thought
there was a lot of spotlight on them judges.
What was it? Was it the week before, or 2 weeks before, where we had the Murray? Yeah, and
I felt Murray won. And I might be giving, you know, it was a split decision. So
I don't know. I reckon because I had a bet, I'd bet on Abraham to win on points in that fight. And at the end of the fight, I wasn't worried. I did feel that maybe Abraham
that's the same thing with me, right? I felt like Abraham was getting the win, even though I sort of felt cheated for Murray. I felt like Murray done all the best fight. He was moving nice. Abraham done absolutely nothing that fight. He looked slow, he looked lazy, done absolutely nothing. Murray was doing some fresh work, and then he vowed to never box out of England again after that fight because he felt cheated. Yeah, and right so, just like Paul Smith should have been as well.
Right, I didn't see. Like,
he got cheated out.
If you could quickly say this to me, right, I didn't see the first Paul Smith fight. I only saw the second one, and I've never found need to go back and watch the first fight.
I had Smith winning it by a round.
Do you have?
At the very least, he drew that fight.
Would you say that was more? Would you say he done a better? He fared well better against him than Murray?
Murray didn't take as much punishment as Smith did. Smith did take shots in that fight. He was getting caught with hooks. I mean, that Murray was not even getting touched in that fight until about round 7, 8.
Yeah,
he was. I've never seen Murray have so much. That's the best I've ever seen. That's the best I've seen Murray box in a long time. He had good speed in that fight. Yeah. He was game for that. He wanted to take that world title home, and he felt hard done by.
He's beatable.
I felt that.
He's beatable, wasn't he?
And we could go into Cotto Canelo as well. I don't really see how Canelo won that fight so easy. For me, I had Cotto winning literally the first 6, 7 rounds.
Yeah.
Canelo just done nothing. He was just stalking around the ring with his T-Rex arms, like he couldn't get into the range, and Cotto just kept it on the outside. I don't know. There wasn't really that much controversy over that.
But I guess what it comes down to is if you're not clearly winning a round, then there can't be controversy.
When you're not landing anything and you're the one stalking the opponent around the ring, you can't even get to him. I don't really see how you can be scoring points.
As with the Nicholas Walters fight,
took a long time to get into that fight.
Nicholas Walters fight, he was clearly winning rounds, and that's what made it so controversial.
Yeah, that's it. With him, there was more uproar because it was clear.
Like even in the Cunningham Glasgow fight. Cunningham, he never.
We felt Cunningham
won, and it was still clearly for me that he won, but it wasn't. He didn't dominate rounds.
Yeah, didn't at all.
And I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to say this.
Fighter.
Tyson Fury versus Vladimir Klitschko. I was worried when them scorecards were coming out, not for the fact of corrupt judges, nothing like that.
116, 111 or 12, whatever it was, I knew he'd won because there's no way Klitschko could have won.
Yeah, that was it. But before that, I remember screaming at the TV after every round. Please, Fury, just do that a little bit more.
I know, and then when you see Jim Watt's scorecard saying it's even with round 10 or whatever, you're scared. You think he's actually getting with it.
Yeah. So, right.
Yeah, just end it then.
Yeah. Should we end it here? We'll come back to a part 2 for this vid, maybe.
Yeah, well, let us know what you all think anyway regarding some of these things we've just brought up, and correct us if you think anything was wrong there. And just like and subscribe. Cheers. Yeah, and
leave a thumbs up on the video if you'd like to see a part 2 to this, because there's so much more. We didn't really get into the hate side of things, we got into corruption, we go on a topic like we always do. But there's a lot more stuff to talk about, so let us know other hated boxers that we should have mentioned, and tune in, subscribe, so tune in to part 2.